We are counting down the 10 most underrated full synthetic motor oil brands, each one backed by independent lab tests and carrying the same certifications as the so-called premium oils. From little-known budget jugs with rock-bottom prices to warehouse deals that match Mobil One's engine protection for a fraction of the cost, these picks prove it is not always the label that matters. See how industry standards like APISP, ILS-AC, and Dexos 1 level, the playing field, and what real used oil analysis reveals about these hidden gems. Let's start with number 10, a brand you might only spot on the clearance rack, but that still rivals the big names. In the 10th place, Peak Full Synthetic sets the tone for bargain hunters willing to chase regional deals. At major retailers, the 5-quart jug lists for around $20 to $25, but sharp-eyed shoppers have spotted it on clearance shelves at Big Lots and discount chains for as little as $1.90 per quart. Despite the unpredictable shelf presence, every bottle comes from Old World Industries and carries the APISP Starburst, confirming it meets the same engine wear tests, sludge tests, and LSPI tests as pricier oils. For drivers who time their purchases right, Peak delivers certified synthetic protection at rock-bottom prices, proving that even closeout oils can match Mobil One's standards when the certification is stamped on the label. Number 9. Amazon Basics. Full Synthetic delivers a lesson in online value. A typical 5-quart jug lists around $22. Subscribe and save deals or Prime Day sales regularly knock the price below $13, putting it among the cheapest APISP certified synthetics on the market. The real surprise comes from Project Farm's blind bench tests. Amazon Basics match the wear protection of big-name brands, posting a 0.50 millimeter wear scar, right alongside Mobil One and Pennzoil. Independent lab data and steady availability make this private label oil a smart pick for drivers who want certified protection and real-world performance without paying retail premiums. 8th place goes to Castrol Edge Full Synthetic, a premium-priced oil that makes a bold claim few competitors attempt, up to 20,000 miles between changes. At around $27 for a 5-quart jug, it stands out not just for the marketing, but for the numbers behind it. Blackstone Laboratories used oil analysis on GM's 5.3-liter V8 recorded iron levels under 2 parts per million, slightly lower than the average for this engine, and a sign of real-world wear protection that matches the hype. While the cost per quart is higher than most budget picks, Castrol Edge's combination of extended drain confidence and proven lab results earns it a spot among the most capable synthetics for drivers willing to stretch intervals or push their oil a bit further. Number 7. Haveline. Lifelong, full synthetic takes a different approach to value with its 6-quart Smart Change box. At around $28 for the entire container, the math breaks down to just under $4.70 per quart, often beating the 5-quart jug crowd on cost per fill. This packaging innovation means most modern engines get a full oil change without buying an extra bottle, and leftover waste is nearly eliminated. Backed by Chevron's decades-long pedigree in refining and blending, Haveline Lifelong carries the APISP certification, confirming it meets the latest standards for wear, sludge, and LSPI protection. For drivers who want both certified protection and a smart way to buy, the 6-quart box stands out as a practical upgrade over traditional jugs. Number 6. Valvoline. Advanced Full Synthetic turns every oil change into a chance for real savings. The VPERK dollar rebate program, running through December 2026, gives back 25 cents per quart when you scan your receipt in the Valvoline app, up to $5 per transaction. That's an automatic $1.25 off a typical 5-quart jug, which already retails for about $27. Stack this with O'Reilly's recurring $10 Wix filter card, and the effective cost drops into the budget synthetic range without waiting for clearance bins or hunting for rare coupons. APISP, and Dexos 1. Generation 3 certifications confirm it meets the strictest modern engine standards. So you get premium protection and a rebate-backed price that rivals private label deals. Number 5. Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic brings something rare to the middle of the pack, a chemistry angle that sets it apart from the crowd. Instead of relying on the usual crude oil base, Pennzoil uses its Pure Plus process to turn natural gas into a crystal clear base oil. This gas-to-liquid technology, called GTL, means fewer impurities and a cleaner starting point for every bottle. The result is a synthetic that claims better resistance to sludge and deposits, and independent tests, including Project Farm's bench trials, back up its strong wear protection. At around $26 for a 5-quart jug, it is not the cheapest, but you are paying for a visible upgrade in formulation. Pennzoil Platinum is also the go-to fill at over 2,000 Jiffy Lube locations nationwide, proof that major quick lube chains trust its performance for everyday drivers. With APISP and Dexos 1 approvals on the label, it meets the same modern standards as the top-tier oils, but brings a genuine technical twist that most budget synthetics cannot match. Number 4. Castrol GTX Magnatech Full Synthetic stands out for its focus on warm-up protection at a price point that is hard to ignore. Castrol recently shifted Magnatech from a synthetic blend to a full synthetic formula, yet kept the street price around $20 for a 5-quart jug, about 29% less than Mobil 1. The signature claim is its instant film additive, designed to cling to engine parts and reduce the wear that happens during cold starts, when most engine damage occurs. A PISP certification on every bottle confirms it passes the same engine test for LSPI, timing chain wear, and sludge as the pricier oils. Independent cold start lab data shows no measurable increase in wear metals compared to top-tier synthetics, backing up the marketing with real results. For drivers who want extra startup protection without paying a premium, Magnatech's reformulation brings a unique additive story to the budget synthetic tier. Coming to the top 3, Quaker State Full Synthetic marks a turning point for drivers who want tomorrow's protection at today's price. Priced around $21 for a 5-quart jug, Quaker State stands out by carrying the latest APISQ and ILSACGF7 A certifications, labels that signal it is ready for the next generation of engines. These new standards go beyond the usual wear and sludge tests, adding tougher limits on soot and particulate buildup to protect modern turbochargers and gasoline particulate filters. The API registry lists Quaker State's SQ and GF7A licenses right on 2025 and newer bottles, confirming compliance with every updated test. Under the Shell umbrella, its formulation benefits from the same research pedigree as some of the world's best-known oils. With ash content capped at 0.9%, it meets stricter requirements for emissions and filter longevity. For drivers aiming to future-proof their engine without paying premium prices, Quaker State's latest spec badge raises the bar, proving that certification depth, not just marketing, drives real-world value. Number 2. SuperTech Full Synthetic makes the case that price alone does not tell the whole story about engine protection. Walmart's flagship synthetic regularly lands on shelves for just under $19 per 5-quart jug, about 35% less than Mobil 1. Yet the lab evidence stacks up. A used oil analysis from an aircraft mechanic showed SuperTech holding iron readings low even after 15,000 miles, rivaling the performance of much pricier competitors. On a Ford EcoBoost 3.5-liter turbo, Blackstone Laboratories found a total base number of 4.0 at 3,500 miles, well within safe limits for acid neutralization. A PISP certification on every bottle guarantees it passes the same engine wear, sludge, and LSPI tests as the industry leaders. For drivers who want proven protection at a rock-bottom cost, SuperTech's performance in independent lab and community testing proves that the budget label is no barrier to real-world engine health. And finally, in first place, Kirkland Signature Full Synthetic delivers a price per quart advantage that is almost impossible to beat, and it does it with the numbers to back it up. Costco's 2-pack bundle, each jug holding 5 quarts, lands at about $25 total. That breaks down to just $2.50 per quart, sometimes less with in-store specials. Every bottle carries the APISP Starburst and the ILS-ACGF6A marks, confirming it meets the same modern engine tests for wear, sludge, and low-speed pre-ignition as the most expensive synthetics on the shelf. For GM drivers, the Dexos 1 Gen 3 badge is right on the label, putting Kirkland in the same league as premium oils when it comes to warranty coverage and turbocharger protection. Independent lab data from Blackstone Laboratories tells the rest of the story. In 2015, in a Toyota Corolla, Kirkland's total base number, a measure of acid fighting reserve, held slightly higher than Mobil 1 after 10,000 miles, signaling strong long drain capability. Wear metals stayed well below OEM alert thresholds, and the oil's viscosity and oxidation numbers matched the benchmark set by industry leaders. The real kicker is the savings. For the average driver, switching from $80 Mobil 1 shop changes to DIY Kirkland at Costco can save $150 or more a year, even after factoring in the $60 annual membership. For anyone willing to turn a wrench and plan ahead, Kirkland Signature Full Synthetic proves that bulk warehouse oil can match and even slightly outperform the big-name brands at a fraction of the cost. When the certification is on the bottle and the lab data is in your favor, the rest is just branding. First up in the bonus picks, Valvoline Max Life. Synthetic blend steps in for drivers keeping older vehicles on the road. At about $22 for a 5-quart jug, Max Life isn't a full synthetic, but it's built with a seal conditioning additive package designed to slow leaks and extend the life of gaskets, an edge for engines past the 100,000 mile mark. The formula's reputation is backed by real-world stories, like the GM 4.3-liter V6 on the Bob is the Oil Guy forum that cleared 275,000 miles with max life and routine oil changes. A PISP certification means it meets the same wear, sludge, and LSPI tests as the pricier synthetics, offering a certified, budget-friendly option for high-mileage engines that need a little extra help staying sealed and running smoothly. Also worth considering, Kirkland High Mileage Full Synthetic delivers bulk value for aging engines. The 2-pack, priced around $36, features a Dexos 1 Gen 3 label and seal conditioners to help reduce leaks in high-mileage vehicles. Across all 10 picks, one fact stands out. Certification, not branding, guarantees engine protection. With lab data showing near identical wear, the badge on the jug matters less than meeting APISP or Dexos 1 Gen 3. In today's market, smart drivers protect engines and their wallets by trusting the standard, not the label.